Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 most dangerous beaches in the world. We all love going to beaches, whether it's for a family vacation or just to take a long walk. But not all beaches are sun, sand, and cocktails. Sometimes beaches can be some of the most terrifying places on earth that you won't believe exist. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to my new channel, The Crafty. There's a link in the top right corner now, so check it out. Coming in at number 10 is Bikini Atoll. Now this beach is really beautiful. It's on a US island, and in the waters there are some amazing fishes. It all looks nice on the surface, but it has a dark underbelly and history. Just one of the things that make this beach so dangerous are the sharks in the waters. Hundreds of sharks inhabit the waters of the beach and like to chomp on anyone who swims there. But the main thing that makes this place so dangerous is something you can't even see. That is nuclear radiation. During the time when the USA and USSR were at battle, the US military used this place as a testing ground. A while has passed since then, but this doesn't matter, as over 20 nukes were set off there to test, which makes it very dangerous. The US government says the island is legally safe, but many don't take their word for it. And one woman who went to the beach claims she fell ill just days later thanks to her visit. Would you risk your life to see some fishes, or would you rather not be exposed to nuclear radiation? Yeah, I think I'll pass going to Bikini Atoll. Next up is Chowpatty Beach. Now the name of this beach may sound funny, but it is not a laughing matter. This beach is actually one of the most famous beaches in the world and the most famous beach in India. But it's really more infamous than famous, as this is not well known for a good reason. There are a few reasons for this, but the main one is the levels of pollution on the beach. A few years back, 60,000 tons of coal were spilled in the waters, which led to mass pollution and turned the waters black. Because this beach is polluted, you might assume that nobody goes to it, making it not too dangerous. Well, no, every year thousands of people go to the beach to celebrate a Hindu festival. And during this festival, it's a tradition to wash yourself in the waters. Unsurprisingly, this tradition started before the waters got so dirty, but this hasn't stopped people keeping up traditions. And thanks to the waters being so dirty, many people who do the tradition end up getting very sick. Would you ever go to this beach? And if so, would you take part in this tradition? I think I'll pass on this one. Coming up next is North Sentinel Beach. This beach is very scary and literally no tourists go there. But what makes this beach odd is that there's no sharks or dangerous wildlife. You see, this beach is located on an island of the same name. And on that island is a 100-year-old tribe which are not friendly to outsiders. They have no idea about modern technology and speak their own language. Not only that, this tribe are known for being very aggressive, as they think outsiders may try and take their island. India sent an airplane there once to try and make contact with the tribe, but before the plane even landed, the tribe shot the plane down with flaming arrows. For a tribe with no access to modern inventions, these guys really do have some awesome defense mechanisms. The Indian plane didn't even try and land thanks to the arrows, and luckily they flew away alive. Another time, two people on a boat sailed over to the island to try and make contact. They did actually make contact, but didn't make it off the island alive. Remember guys, never mess with a tribe. Next up is Fraser Island. This island may seem like paradise, and it kind of is. So it's paradise for you and your family on vacation, but it's also paradise for wildlife, and I'm not talking about your pet cat. The waters are riddled with bitey sharks and stinging jellyfish. Thousands of people fall victim to these every year while swimming and surfing. But if you think you can avoid any scary creatures on land, then you are very much mistaken. Unlike some of the beaches on this list, the land of this beach is more dangerous than the waters. On the land are crocodiles which can approach people visiting the beach. The beach is also home to the most dangerous spider in the world, which likes to hide in the sand. They then crawl inside your bags or onto you. Also, dingoes inhabit the island this beach is located on, and they have a bad habit. That habit is running up and kicking children. This beach has something to terrify the whole family. Unless you like to get very friendly with the local wildlife, then I wouldn't recommend going to this beach. Next up is Gansbaai. This beach is located in South Africa and has a very scary nickname. This beach's nickname is Shark Central, and it's not hard to see why. The funny thing is, this entire beach revolves around sharks. Tourists can try and feed sharks off boats if they don't mind getting their hand bitten off. Not only that, many people cage dive with sharks on this beach. However, sharks do sometimes break diving cages, so this is also very risky. Also, I wouldn't recommend swimming in this beach's waters unless you don't mind recreating a scene from Jaws. There's an estimated 60,000 sharks in these waters, so don't think you found a safe spot because they don't exist on this beach. Would you risk swimming in this beach, or would you rather stick to the land? You'll find me in the beach bar. Hey, even the sand has those sand snakes on it. Next up is Heard Island. When we think of beaches, we think of sand. But this is no tropical beach where you can build sandcastles. This beach is the coldest beach in the world, located in Antarctica. The beach has a lot of sun, and because it reflects off the ice and snow, it can burn you. Cold waters and icy environment can really make this place dangerous for a number of reasons. Some people do try and swim, but one of two things happen. They either freeze or they get trapped underneath the ice and never get rescued, as there's no lifeguards here. And some people have caught hypothermia just from going here even if they don't swim. I wouldn't recommend taking your family on vacation here unless your family are Eskimos. But seriously, this beach is dangerous even if it looks like a winter wonderland. Next up is New Smyrna. There are two things Florida is known for, its beauty and its alligators. Not only does this beach have hundreds of gators everywhere, it has sharks too. The waters are infested with sharks and have hundreds of sightings every day. Despite all the dangers on this beach, it still attracts a lot of people. Lots of people get into incidents with sharks, but most make it out alive. But over 9 years, 240 incidents have happened, which is a world record. Another thing this beach is known for is being at the forefront of any storms which are in the area, which have taken lives. There is nowhere to hide on this beach, so whether you're on land or at sea, you're never safe. This has to be one of the scariest beaches in the USA. The question is, do you prefer storms, sharks, or alligators? These are the choices you have to make on this beach. Would you ever visit this beach? And if so, would you swim? Next up is Playa Zippo. When we think of dangerous areas in Mexico, we may think of areas with cartels and things like that. But really, this beach is just as dangerous. It's been dubbed the most beautiful beach in Mexico, but also the most scary and dangerous. The name means beach of doom, and this is not hyperbole. Most people who go into the waters don't make it out alive. This is because the currents are very harsh and unforgiving to swimmers and surfers. In fact, so many people were getting lost at sea and passing in the waters that a team of specialist lifeguards with helicopters had to be added. They have Navy equipment and training to save as many people as possible. But despite the many warning signs, lots of people still do go into these waters. This results in the lifeguards having to save hundreds of lives every year, but not all are so lucky. Next up is black sand beaches of Kilauea. This beach is located in Hawaii, which is known for sun, sea, and white sand. But this beach is very different and far more scary than any other Hawaiian beach. That is because of its dangerous location. Hawaii is known for volcanoes, and on this beach is the most active volcano in all of Hawaii, called Kilauea Volcano. The ash comes from the volcano, and this goes into the sand, turning it from white to black sand. Also, the molten lava collides with the water to make huge chunks of black rock. This also makes some areas of water boiling hot, which has burned tourists who weren't expecting it before. There are some parts of water which can actually reach over 100 degrees Celsius. The beach looks bizarre and amazing, which attracts a lot of tourists. But if you value your life, don't go anywhere near here, as the volcano has been marked as being able to erupt at any time. And unfortunately, if this happened while you were at the beach, even going into the water couldn't save you. Coming up next is Cape Tribulation. One thing Australia is known for is its dangerous animals. Well, this is a hub for dangerous animals as it's on a remote beach. The beach is like one giant zoo without the barriers. The waters are home to scary animals like jellyfish that love to swim up and sting surfers and swimmers. But up on the land isn't much safer. There are sand snakes which hide in the sand waiting for unsuspecting visitors. And crocodiles also inhabit the beach and like to bite people sunbathing. But the most dangerous animal that trumps all others is the most dangerous bird in the world. They're called cassowaries and weigh around 200 pounds. They're massive and cannot fly, but they can run fast. They also cause a lot of incidents and like to charge and bite people who enter their space, which happens to be most of the beach. Stay away from this beach and its wildlife if you don't want to get beat by the cassowary bird. This bird may look spectacular, but apparently it's also spectacular in battle, even with humans. Yeah, I would definitely avoid Cape Tribulation at all costs. No offense. But then again, I would probably avoid all of the beaches on this list. Whatever it is, all of these beaches seem to have something scary and dangerous to offer, whether it be tribes, sharks, gators, or worse. If you guys want a regular beach, I would say stick to Hawaii. Just make sure it's not that volcano beach, or you could be in for a nasty surprise. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the scariest beach you wouldn't go to. As I mentioned before guys, check out the Crafty and be sure to subscribe. There's amazing videos, and if you comment on the most recent Crafty video saying you subscribed, you'll get a shout out in the next top 10s video. There's some shout outs on screen right now, so if you want one like this, then simply subscribe and leave a comment saying you did. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.